We still don't know why they broke up. Right?
He broke up with her.
There's lack of context, right? But he broke up with her.
Sure.
But what if she did something, right, that was irresponsible on her part? She left it out.
Yeah, but what? Tell me how that matters.
Because if she did something that was...
Then he's pathetic for wanting to go back. Next.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G.
Work your way out of that bag.
Hold on, I got something for this.
Okay.
Criteria for me for a date. I was like, large bill, check. Nice place to eat, check.
Flowers? Oh, what subject? Stacey, is there a question here exactly? Or is she just on here making sure that people know about her whereabouts? This guy's a fucking psycho. What is the question?
All right, so we went to the Embarcadero, right? And we went out on a date. Well, it wasn't a date. It was basically just I took her to lunch.
Okay.
Okay, so I took her to lunch, and then after the lunch was over, I was like, she was like, "Oh, was this a date? Does this count as a date?" And I was like, "Hold the fuck up." So do you mean that you guys now have to wait till it goes past 5 p.m. or like a certain amount of time, and then now I get credit for dates?
Right.
So now it doesn't matter like what I've done before. Oh, so breakfast. So if I took her out to breakfast, squash all that shit.
Oh, I'm a French toast kind of girl, so I mean, that's a date for me. No, you know what? I don't know. I think it depends on the relationship. Like, how long you guys been together now?
2+.
Then no, it's not a date.
How's it not a date?
Okay, a date takes like forward thought, forward planning.
I thought it out.
Romanticisms. Is that a word? Romantic.
No.
Romantic notions. I mean, I don't know.
You're a professional. You should know that that's not a word.
Professional in what?
Relationship advice, apparently.
No, so here's the deal. We have a 2-year-old going on 3.
All right.
And so we do home dates. We don't have anybody to watch the baby, and so we do things at home. We actually have, it's actually kind of cool. Maybe you'd be interested. So there's a jar, and we each think of what would signify a date night for us. We write things on a jar, we throw it in this like glass jar. And once a week we pull from the jar, and then we do whatever that thing says.
Yeah.
Some stuff is,
Call of Duty.
You know what? Yeah, it's been video games. It's been cooking a meal together. It's been watching a particular movie and having like a themed dinner. That was really cool. We did that. That was a lot of fun. We did like a Resident Evil one.
Really?
I made like the drinks that look like the T-virus.
No shit.
Yeah, and he barbecued and we just put together like a whole meal together. And it was a lot of fun. And that, I guess, made it kind of be date-ish because there was like planning and thinking and yada yada. But I mean, like if we were like we're like driving in the car and he's like, "Hey, are you hungry?" I'm like, "Yeah, I could eat," and we pull over and eat somewhere. Like, no, I don't think that's a fucking
No, that's
date.
not how it went though.
Okay, then tell me how it went then.
So basically, I had the weekend off, which is pretty rare, right? Mm-hmm. So my idea was that, obviously she wanted to go out and do something. So I was like, all right, well, let's go. And I was thinking in my mind all weekend, I was like, Embarcadero is always really a nice place to go.
Oh, it is, yeah.
So I was like, let's go to Embarcadero. I was like, then when we got there, we were just going to walk around. I was like, oh, no, we're hungry. Let's go eat somewhere. And the Dutchman is a pretty nice place to eat. Let's be real.
Oh,
and
okay.
I know that because I paid the bill.
Well, if it was a date, you should have.
Yeah.
Okay, so for men, it's cost.
For women, it's planning.
For women, it's planning. For men, it's
How
cost.
much planning, though? Like,
okay.
Did it have to take me a whole fucking day to plan it out?
I want you to put this like quilled on parchment. I want to be serenaded from door to end.
These are the instructions that we need to fucking know before we go through this shit. Because you know what? If I'm gonna fucking do this, I want to be credited for my goddamn dates. Because I want to be able to puncture that little card that says,
Okay, how about
date
this?
complete.
Did you say, "Hey, I have a date planned for us"?
No, I didn't.
Well then, if you didn't
What
preface
did
it-
happen?
What?
What did happen is he was like, "Hey, I have this whole weekend off," and I was like, "Cool. We never have Saturdays off together." And I was like, "Do you want to go to the beach or on a date tonight?" And he was like, "Yeah," and then said, "Let's go to the Embarcadero." So it was still really fun, but I was like, is this what we were considering a date?
So it seemed too impromptu to be considered a date in her mind.
Yes.
And you said, look at this bill. This bitch is a date.
Exactly. 100%.
Got it.
It made all the criteria for me for a date. I was like, large bill, check. Nice place to eat, check.
Bar flowers. Oh, sore subject.
See, this is the thing that I need to know. If I want to get full credit, so
You want to go like super fancy? Go buy her. No. Okay, then I'm not here for you. I'm not here for you. Go buy her. Seriously, like if a dude took me out on a date and bought me like a corsage just to go on a date.
Aw.
what is
Did
this?
you hear that? You better put that in writing up there.
Is this the 1980s? Why would you have a corsage to go out on a date?
I think that's cute. I think that's
Are you
romantic.
going back to high school?
You know what? I would love to. In my mind, for as much as I deal with back in a day, yeah, but I want to go back.
I don't want to be an adult anymore.
I
I'm
want
done.
to be in my room, sitting in the window, listening to what is that song?
Alanis Morissette?
Yeah, fucking Sum 41, just sitting in the window, just doodling in my. Yeah, I would fucking love to just feel like I'm going to prom again.
Ah, shit. Well,
Listen, we talked about this. Remember the flowers?
Yes.
Do something creative.
Yeah.
Do you like the Lego flowers?
you mentioned the Lego flowers.
Smart idea.
I think that's just for you, though. Not a lot of people like Lego flowers.
Or a date doesn't have. I don't. How do you define a date? I see where you're going with this, but you could like.
Definition of a date.
I mean, it's hard because people work from home, right? So like, if we want to like expand this to our audience, like, if there's a chance that she leaves the house, cook her dinner and have candles lit and dinner on the table. Doesn't have to be expensive. Still should count as a date or something nice.
Are the candles extra credit or are they part of the date?
This isn't like an. I can't grade this with a scale of A to F. Like, I guess yes, it's you get 5 extra points for. Do I need to write something out? Because I totally will, and I will bring it the next time.
Because I think that I don't want to drag this out too far. I want to get into what we're doing here.
This is great.
But my thing is that it seriously did make me laugh when she said that. Because then it made me think that I technically don't know the criteria from what you guys think a date is from what we think a date is.
Because I think there's also a point in your relationship where you slip into like a different part of the relationship.
Sure. It's like we're not doing the same stuff we did on a first date, right?
God, no. I mean, no. Like, you know, it's the whole like courtship. And that's where sometimes it comes up in our questions, right?
Sure.
Y'all take all this time to court us in the beginning, and then once you get the golden goose, shit slows down.
Yeah, because when you're in a caveman, that's all you're just supposed to. Like, if you look at nature, there's a fish in the ocean that his whole fucking thing is he sits there and creates this little fancy ass little wave like pattern in the sand in the bottom of the ocean floor.
Okay.
Takes him days to do it.
Okay.
Waves could be coming by, and he's like, and just goes right back to doing it in hopes that a girl comes by and says, wow, look at the thing that you've done for me for the last couple days. Where an fish will come by and be like, that pattern's not good enough. There's a crack over there. And then swim off.
Wait, who's the fish? I'm so confused. Am I the fish? Because I'm going to tell you something.
Are all men the fish?
Yeah, are all men fish? Like, I don't... Okay, first of all, I'm going to, like, go out on a limb. Like, I can't relate. Like, my husband does a lot, and he always seems to be trying. So I'm very fortunate.
Gotcha.
But I have been in other relationships where I'm, like, checking a pulse on the dude. Like, are you still fucking there?
Right.
Like, just because we fucked does not mean that everything else stops.
Sure.
But for some people, it is exactly that. We've made it, I move on. We've made it, I move on. Well, then pick up your dirty socks and shit and get the fuck out of my house. Like, if you want to keep making an effort and keep this relationship alive and you want to, you know, my mother always says that, how does she say it? You're either working on the relationship or it's over. She says it in a much more poetic way, but basically that. So, I don't know. I mean, better yet, how about rid yourself of all of it. Do write it down. Ask her what would be her favorite date. What would be the best date she could go on? Because then, once you recreate that, no question, it's a date. She literally told you what to do.
I don't think guys have any budget to ask a girl that question. Anyways, that's not really what I was trying to say.
That's not true.
I'm just kidding. So, what do you, I guess, go out of your way to make dates without explaining to him that, hey...
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a date.
One time I built an entire fort in our living room. Pulled both consoles downstairs to put them up on the TV. Literally built a fort out of PVC pipe and like fabric. It was a nightmare. I almost died twice. Almost took out a window. Got it all set up, and then I like pulled a table over, and I put all these like snacks on the table, all his favorite snacks, and then we literally slept on the floor under this tent. I even went out and got little glow in the dark stars. And like left them outside so that when I put them, when I put them up in the tent, they would like light up and shit. And we literally went to bed under this fucking tent, and it was great. And we, when we had the baby, a lot of that stuff really slowed down. But now the baby's starting to become a little bit more. So hope for all you people out there that are like, I feel like I have no identity and this all sucks and the kid's sucking the life out of us. Yes, they do. But then eventually they become more independent, and then it's like, mom who, dad who, fuck you guys, and then they move on, and then you can kind of get back together and be like, all right, kid doesn't need us as much, like. You want to ramp this up?
Sure.
But
I guess my point is that it goes both ways, right?
Oh, yeah.
So it is also the guy and the girl trying to plan out the things that they want from their partner. So if they want to date, and they want a certain thing from the date, certain check marks that you have to hit, it should be going both ways, right? Right.
And the only way you're going to learn that, which seems to be a topic of every episode, is to communicate. Can we have that, communication? Can we have...
We can make a button on there.
Oh,
it says
I want that button. I want to be slamming that button. Because unless you know what the person wants, then, Because I could think that you want, I show you love by cleaning your house, and you're like, no, I want XYZ. So you're going to have to dive into it. So I guess your homework, sir, is to figure out what her definition of a date is, and then there'll be no question.
I think I could do a simple Google search and figure that out right now.
Even with the answers. Okay. Well, how about this? Let's see what the audience needs from us, because I have a feeling some people are in dire need of our help.
Let's do it. So, babe, I was going to inquire about some questions that we might have for today to help the people out there in case they need some relationship advice, which, we're not professionals, but we're here to help still.
Yeah, disclaimer.
Yeah.
It's good. It's important.
Yeah. All right.
See?
Over here, we have some of our classic internet drama going on that I'll share with you. This selection here specifically is titled, Boyfriend Dumped Me. I went no contact. He then threatened to install Tinder if I don't come over.
This has got to be a you question.
I, 28 female, got dumped by my ex-boyfriend, 38 male. I went no contact, yet he keeps reaching out to me. Why is my ex-boyfriend trying to call and contact me 11 days, specifically 11 days, after he dumped me? I was the one to get dumped. It broke my heart. I cried almost every day. I went no contact and blocked him everywhere. He tries to reach out to me via several different means. I always ignore his attempts, and I have never responded since the breakup. At first, he was angry and called me childish and I blocked him everywhere. He threatened to install Tinder if I don't come over. A few days ago, I took my personal belongings from his place during his absence. I made sure he was not there, otherwise I would have been an emotional wreck. Ever since then, he kept trying to reach out to me. Now, before anyone draws the wrong conclusion, I took my personal items only. I did not leave his apartment in a state of mess. And no, I did not wreck his apartment either, in case it matters. We have been together for 4 years.
Ooh, 4 years.
I cannot wait to watch you unpack this one.
Oh, why?
Because there's no answer except one.
Well, go ahead and start.
You're a vigorous note-taker. I'm very proud of you. This is wonderful.
This is how I'm just trying to stay in touch, with what we're talking about. So,
well,
I want to know what you have to say.
What the hell is there to discuss?
Well,
truly.
I think we should discuss a few things.
By all means, then, lead away.
I'm not going to lead on this one. You have a lot to say, you already said.
No, I said that there's not a lot to say on this one at all.
Okay. Well, I think it's awesome. Well, first of all, they've got a 10-year gap. I don't know how that, like, I don't really know how much of that affects the situation because, and the weird thing is that she seems actually pretty logical, sound-minded. Mm-hmm. She didn't do anything like to fuck up his house.
No.
Right? So she's 10 years younger, which is cool that she's kind of got, seems like she's got a good, clear head on her shoulders. And
he's 10 years older threatening her with Tinder, but go on.
And then she took the stuff while he was gone so that, you know, she didn't have any kind of, you know, arguments or whatever. But this is what guys do. I mean, it's like, you know.
What in the fuck is that answer? This is what guys do. like you're reading the bottom of a Snapple bottle. Like, it's just facts. The fuck does that even mean? This is what... You got a dude who's literally 10 years older than this girl. Okay?
Okay.
So, in theory, he's pushing 40. Remember rounding? We talked about this last episode.
Oh, yeah. You always like to round up content.
Okay.
Up there,
yeah. And his mature approach is, talk to me or I'm going to download Tinder and fuck bitches. Like, wait a minute. How is that supposed to make me come back to you? How is that supposed to motivate me that your response is, talk to me or I'm going to download Tinder? Tind the fuck away.
I got an answer for you.
Oh, please.
And it's not tind away, it's swipe right. Or no, left, actually.
Do not know.
So...
Do not know.
So first of all, maybe this all is... Maybe he's deciding to do all these things because, you know, we still don't know why they broke up. Right?
He broke up with her.
There's lack of context, right? But he broke up with her.
Sure.
Well, what if she did something, right, that was irresponsible in her part? She left it out.
Yeah, but wait, what? Tell me how that matters.
Because if she did something that was...
Then he's pathetic for wanting to go back. Next. Work your way out of that.
Hold on, I got something for this.
Okay. We have that button. I want that button too. I want communication, and I want the the thinking button. I want it.
It's called the Jeopardy theme.
Buttons.
All right. Anyways, it's just a possibility. You know, I don't know. Like, it just depends on, like, maybe he's just trying to say that because it's like he's a good guy, and he's trying to let her see the error of her ways. Does that make sense?
I couldn't even keep that in. Stacey, is there a question here exactly? Or is she just on here making sure that people know about her whereabouts because this guy's a fucking psycho? What is the question? Couldn't even fucking keep that in. You're trying, and I get it. This is your fucking question. I know it is. But is there a question, Cece? Is there a fucking question? What does she want to know?
The question is, why is my ex-boyfriend trying to call and contact me 11 days after he dumped me?
Because he's a fucking...
Love.
You don't...
Love.
Oh my Christ. You don't threaten somebody with Tinder that you love. Murder. I understand murder.
See? What?
Yes, I understand.
How could you understand that?
Crimes of passion. I understand.
Crimes.
I understand murder.
You're the voice of reason right now. Crimes of passion.
Nope. I need a hat. Like, switch the hats. No, I'm not the voice of reason. But I am saying that you don't threaten somebody with Tinder who you love. You don't. Like, I tell my husband I'd rather lock him in a basement than watch him love somebody else. That's love. I think that's love. I mean, it's a warped sense of love. I know it's not healthy, but I am not talking about starting new relations. Like, that's kind of bizarre.
Obviously that's a game, though, right? He's pretending like he's going to start something. You know he's not going to do it.
8 years old with a 28-year-old girl, and hello, speaking from experience, God, I hope this never crosses that person. There should be no reason for that type of age gap. Unless somebody is either too mature for their age or too immature for their age. Don't know which this slides on, but even you said that, you know, she seems to be sound mind,
yes,
talking pretty articulately, and he's threatening people with Tinder at 38.
What is the proper age gap?
You know, I don't know that. My parents were 12 years apart or 13 years apart. Yeah. I dated a dude who was 16 years older than me. And it was a decent relationship, and when it was good, it was really good. When it was bad, it was horrible.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I cannot sit here and surmise, like, who should love who.
Sure.
I mean, we're not skipping to the realm of pedophilia, but I'm just saying that, you know, I don't know the answer to that question. Sure. It's a loaded question.
We had something today I was learning about a class, and in, somewhere it's not illegal. I think if you're 18 and you dated it's probably 18. It's either 18 and you dated a 15-year-old or 21 and you date. Well, that wouldn't even make sense.
There's something
probably
about
20 and you dated a 17-year-old. You don't get in trouble and you don't have to register as a sex offender.
But only if you can prove the relationship was that you were both minors when the relationship started. There are certain states, usually in the middle, where there's laws that state, they were together at 14 and 16,
right?
Which both minors, both consenting, yada yada. But now he's 18 and she's whatever.
Yeah.
If you can prove the relationship started prior to the going from minor to not minor, then it was all right. But in the realm of this particular question, I think this girl's just looking for validity, that she's just not fucking crazy, and I don't necessarily think she is. What's going on. So I'm gonna say that if I had to venture a guess what the answers are gonna be, it's gonna be that I'm gonna coin it. The words that are gonna be used: that he's immature. If he's threatening you with Tinder, fuck him anyway. And run, bitch, run. So those are what I've got on the table. So when you're done, we can ask Cece to see like where we are. But I mean, I personally think that look at her. She just got her shit and left.
Yeah.
He was the one who broke up with her.
Very suddenly.
It wasn't like, she was not barking up that tree. She cried. She was sad. And that's the other thing. She said she was pretty sad about the relationship ending. So she was invested. Even if she maybe did something wrong, because I know you brought that up, and we don't know who's really necessarily at fault, which is totally fine.
Right.
She seemed affected. So I don't know really what else to say about that one.
I think we've covered it. Do you want to can you give us the one best answer and see how it goes from there? And from right, we can go to the second one.
My guess would be that he's already installed Tinder, and he's not getting the responses he thought he would. Forget about him and keep him blocked.
Didn't even fucking think of that? That's fucking brilliant. Whoever that person is, goddamn genius. Because that's true.
You would upvote that?
Oh, fucking up, dude. Like, that's probably 100% accurate. He thought, I dumped this girl, I can go find better, and his fucking inbox is dry. Fucking dry. And he's like, oh, shit.
Hey, remember you telling me earlier that Reddit says when you don't have anything saved? It says sorry, like there's nothing here to look at.
Much nothing.
Sorry, much nothing.
Yeah, fucking.
Yeah. Well, let's go on to the next one really quick then.
The next comment?
Yeah, no, the next question actually. I think we covered that one. Yeah, it's pretty cut and dry.
The answer is he wanted sex. All right, move on. Next one.
Oh, we're just throwing opinions out now.
No, that's perfect.
No, we got people just throwing opinions out now.
That was, I think, the next comment she's saying.
It's true. Okay.
That's not what she was saying.
11 days, about long enough to see if there's anybody else out there. Okay.
All right.
He went to a few bars. He realized his
struck
AARP
out 2
card
weekends
was
in a
coming
row.
He got really nervous.
I don't think this guy's going to bars if he's threatening Tinder.
Okay, we have to put a pin in the next question. Explain.
Because if he's going to Tinder, like if he had that kind of game, he'd just be like, "Hey, I'm going to go out to my bars and then pick up girls and take them home."
Have you watched Hall Pass?
I have.
They all think they can.
Great movie.
Yeah, they all think they can pull. Next thing you know, he's in fucking khakis and Applebee's. This guy has no fucking idea what he's doing.
We don't know that. Context. Anyways.
Man, you're just supporting them, man.
I'm not supporting him.
Band together.
I said I basically was agreeing with you. I said I don't think he's got that kind of game.
Peckers unite. I love it.
Peckers unite.
Let's go for it.
There's a shirt. Peckers unite.
Shirt's coming soon.
Good.
All right, next question. Or this is rather the title of the next item. My 27-year-old girlfriend. Oh, gosh. Okay. My 27 male girlfriend, 27 female, posted an old photo of her ex and her after we got into an argument. Okay, so it says.
Look at your face.
We've been together for 2 years. Yesterday we got into an argument over something silly. Then she posted a picture of her and her ex-boyfriend on her Instagram story with the words, "If I could only do it over again, lol." I confronted her about it, and she said she was referring to her college days, quote unquote.
This bitch bold.
I guess that could be the reason behind it, because the photo was from them at a party in the college days, but she could have chosen a different photo.
That's a good dude.
Was that it?
That's it.
Yeah. This is her post. Oh no, that's him posting.
He's posting that.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
No, yeah. That's.
Oh, he's gone. He should just leave. He should just pack up all of his stuff. It obviously doesn't say how long they've been together, right?
2 years.
Oh, they've been together for 2 years?
Are you taking notes?
I was. I didn't see that part. Wow, they've been together for 2 years and she pulled that shit?
Yeah.
And it doesn't say what the argument was, right?
No.
That sucks. Well, you want to go first?
That's some bullshit.
That's horseshit.
Bullshit. I call bullshit the whole way. And I'm going to tell you right now, this dude is too nice of a dude because he, like, automatically put in the post that, like, he saw, well, it could have been true because it was from college. But. You're a nice guy. You're also a moron. No.
So you're saying that he's getting played by her?
I think that was a dick move on her part. What exactly she was trying to elicit from that behavior,
yeah.
I couldn't tell you that I know exactly what mind games we're fucking playing with. Could she also be a complete bimbolina that she didn't think about the connection there? There are some dumbass people, and we're going to get into that too, because I actually have something to talk about on that.
Oh, shit.
Okay, but there are some dumbass people in the world, and it's feasible that she could have just, like, totally, you know? But still a red flag, because if somebody's dumb enough to do that, they're dumb enough to make other mistakes. And, you know, we live in a society that doesn't allow Darwinism to do its thing, so I would tell the guy to get out. That'd be my
run.
It seems immature. What are they, 27 years old? It's ridiculous at this point.
Yes.
Almost 30.
Pushing 30.
Round up.
Pushing 30. I'm going to teach you how to round. I'm literally going to bring a chart and put it up on the wall.
I mean, if you're 2 years into this relationship,
Yeah.
and you have a silly argument, and she's doing this over a silly argument,
Yeah.
what is she doing over a real argument, bro?
Burning the house down.
She's got babies, bro. I should probably figure out if she's pregnant or not, but she's definitely been cheating.
Wait a minute. I was on board before whatever the fuck just happened there. Why is their babies on board now?
Because if they had a silly argument.
Yeah.
A silly argument. And this is small time. Basically, what this guy's saying.
Right.
He seems very logical. He's a man. So if he's going to say that this is an argument over something silly, and she did this, which was posting a picture of her ex to say, hashtag I wish I could do it over.
Again.
That's a huge slap in the face to somebody.
Yeah.
And if they had a real issue.
Oh, that's grounds for murder, but yeah.
But if they had a real issue, can you imagine what she would do out of spite?
So you immediately went to Anchor Baby?
Yeah. Well, I don't think she went. No, she wouldn't go to Anchor Baby for him. She'd just be whoring herself out there, you know, and probably just not know who the father is.
I really want to follow this logic.
Why do you not understand this? Okay, so she did a silly argument.
She could escalate it.
Yes, because it was a silly argument. What happens when a real argument comes out?
So you think,
she's gonna go fuck the whole neighborhood.
I was extreme, but I see where you're going with it. I mean, the whole neighborhood. I mean,
That's what I think.
You're gonna chafe after the first 3 houses, but sure. I mean, in this context, I think that it's a huge red flag that after 2 years, you're 27 years old.
Right.
You don't have the communication skills to talk through this.
Sure.
You could have posted any other fucking photo. Unless that's like the only, unless your house caught fire and that was the only surviving photo of you in college, I am sure there's another fucking picture of you in college. There's zero reason for that to be it.
Yeah.
Unless your house caught fire and burned every fucking photo that you had, there's no reason why she doesn't have another photo she could have posted. Zero reason. You picked that photo because you're trying to do some like baby bitch shit, and I'm not on board for that. And I think that's like a fail for the women. And we don't claim her.
You know, this isn't really about men and women winning.
Are you kidding me? That's what you do the entire time.
I do this?
Oh my, because he's logical. Because he's the man. So.
Did I say it in that context, though?
You might not have said it in that tone, but you said those words.
All right.
So.
Can you give me the best answer, please?
This is what she did after a silly argument. I don't want to know what she does after a serious one.
Point for you. I will give you that point because that was verbatim. Thug life.
I should have done.
The second one, though, is she could have chosen a different photo, but she wanted to hurt him.
Yes, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not a good thing. I think that, and that's the thing with me. Like, I kind of feel like when, if he addresses this entire situation and she realizes that, you know what, this is a really fucked up thing that I did and I'm sorry, you guys can continue.
Well, that's my
If
closing
she
statement.
does not acknowledge that, walk immediately.
Fucking run.
You have no kids. Hopefully they don't have a house together. You just walk and don't say a fucking word. Just be like the last girl. Like, make her want to start a pretender until she talks to him.
Maybe we can get the first one.
Oh, they can hook him up?
Oh, shit.
She's
28
27.
female from the first one, 27 male from the end. Both some logical motherfuckers.
Damn.
Got babies.
Holy moly. We should hook people up like that. I never thought about that.
I'm pretty sure that that's so not okay.
Well,
I mean, just...
this was very eventful. I think this has to be this is one of our shorter episodes. So we're going to close it up. I think we did what we were going to do for the people today.
I do have a closing statement based off piggyback off what you said.
Okay.
That's a big deal. If you can have
Is this your closing statement now?
If you want it to be.
Yes.
Cool. If you can have a problem, anybody's going to have a problem in their relationship. No relationship is perfect.
Yeah.
But if you can come, if your partner can come to you and say, hey, you did this and it made me feel this way, if you do not have the maturity to look at yourself and say, you know what, yeah, that was fucked up, or yeah, I can see why you feel that way, you don't need to be in a fucking relationship. Just play video games online and don't interact with you like normal humans. There's zero reason why you should be in a relationship if you cannot respect the feelings your partner has.
100%.
When you fuck up, own up to it and say, I fucked up. I'm not fucking perfect. I make fucking mistakes, but you say, yeah, I was fucked up. I fucked up. I'll try not to do that again. And you move on. You learn from your mistakes. If you're gonna be concrete in your ways and you're not gonna try to look at what you've done wrong or how you've hurt somebody else, just buy a house pet and don't interact with fucking humans. Done.
I like it. That's great advice, Tennessee. Well, Tennessee, thank you for being here. CC, thank you for reading the questions for us. That's all the time that we have for today. Thank you guys for supporting us this far. Like, subscribe to content if you enjoyed it. Write down at the bottom if you have some things to say. Maybe you don't agree with what we have to say. You write your stuff down at the bottom. So.
Tell us. I will fight any one of you. Tell me.
All right, y'all. Okay, we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.